My name is Brian Parks. I'm the CEO of the JamFactory. Thank you all for coming along, and let me start, as always, by acknowledging that we're here on the unceded lands of the Kaurna people and pay respects to elders past, present and emerging, and acknowledging First Nations people up in the audience. Also want to thank the University of South Australia, our partner in so many things, but in particular in presenting this series of Wednesday lunchtime talks, which one of my favourite things that we do. I love hearing from artists. It's one of the best things that we can do to learn about the work but about the things that form the work, the world around us. I also want to, as Essie reminded me before, let everyone know that we're filming this talk today, so that's why we're going to keep it a little bit dark. So we get beautiful dramatic lighting. So thank you, Kaurna. And so it's my huge pleasure to introduce Aunty Ellen Trevorrow and Dr Jelina Haines, her long-time collaborator, whose collaborative work and Aunty Ellen's long-time 40-year history of weaving is being celebrated in our JamFactory ICON, Aunty Ellen Trevorrow, Weaving Through Time exhibition currently showing at JamFactory, alongside an equally beautiful show, I think, by Robert Walby. So if you haven't already seen the shows after the talk, please go and have a look. I'm going to stop talking because it's much, much, much better to hear from these guys. Thank you, Aunty Ellen.
We don't have to? Am I comfortable here? Yeah. Thank you. Good. Well, it's still morning. Good afternoon. I acknowledge the land I'm sitting here today. I'm here today with, but I'd just like to thank the JamFactory for all that they've done. Thanks, Brian. I don't know, we just opened the exhibition, and what becomes family and friends, the friends becomes family because they just keep coming back. Thanks, Di. She's nodding. You just keep coming back. Well, I better stick to the plan here. Yeah. Up. Yeah. Thank you. Well, I'm going to introduce myself. I'm known as Aunty Ellen Trevorrow. I'm looking at myself here again. I'm not getting any younger. I'm getting a bit older now. But I'd just like to say I'm so thankful to be able to be here today, and to be a part of this, and for the exhibition. And yeah, I'm from down at Ngarrindjeri. I've worked on Camp Kaurna since, well, 85, 86. We got the property in 86. 88 we opened up the museum. But I was taught the basket weaving over 40 years ago by an elder, Aunty Dori Continuing. I always love to acknowledge Aunty Dori for sharing this with us, sharing the weaving with us, because it was around me as a child. I was raised up by my grandmother to the age of 11, just out of Tailem Bend. I'm what you call back in the days French camp dwellers, the 1 mile, 3 mile and 7 mile camp. And I left my grandmother, moved to Meningie, Bonnie Reserve, to the 7 mile camp. Well, Uncle Moogie mentioned the other night that little girl running around at Narrunga, and I said, the 7 mile camp, I said to Uncle Moogie, afterwards I got a photo of that little girl in my diary, and shared that with him because he used to work, he went there to work. But Uncle Moogie was one of those that Major Sumner that done one of the speeches at the JamFactory when we opened. So that's a bit about me. I was born at Point Macleay. I'm not going to give you my age, but I'm getting old. But and I've spent, since I moved to Meningie, I've still there, did all my schooling at Meningie. And I married Tom. I've lost him 12 years ago, but he left a lot of unfinished business behind for me to complete. And I did my duties, because the night I lost him, I had 43 at the back at Camp Kurong, just finished teaching weaving with. And now he says, this is what you got to do tomorrow after I finish. He's been out all day with Ernie Dingo. And he was saying to me, this is what you got to do tomorrow, Mother. Yeah, well, we'll talk about that tonight. I'll get the kids in for training. Yeah. So I dropped the grannies off for football and netball training, and just in that bit of time, I lost him, you know. And our youngest, he's 26 now, he was with his dad. It was one night he didn't go to training. So it's you know, he's meant to be with his father that night. He went in his office behind his computer, getting ready for the nighttime session that he does with his camps. I'd already done my job, teaching weaving, and there's so many that I've taught the weaving. I went to the granddaughter's school the other day, and he walked in, smiled, Camp Kurong, Ellen. He said, you taught me the basket weaving 30 years ago. So it goes on. And I see faces here that I've taught the weaving, yeah, and it just keeps going. Now, I'm still doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm still on boards, still helping out the best I can. The old legs don't want to work, but the hands are still good. Just bring me the rushes, and I'll just sit back and weave. So it's our way of life. Well, I'm still keeping it going to the best I can, and it's always good for our young ones. My husband always wanted to leave stories behind for our young ones, importantly for them, because we lost too many elders in such a short time, and he wanted it recorded. And that's what we're doing, and making sure it all happens, that they've got a story to follow through with. And having grannies and great-grannies is importantly, I don't know, I'm supposed to be looking at the screen, importantly is to keep it going. Can I just point to this photo on the right here? That's the very first workshop. I'm there right at the end with the baby in my arms, and Aunty Dory, but Steve Emmings, but that's the beginning of the weaving, and out on country picking rushes. So that's this photo here. We were very lucky for that one to be dropped off, to be a part of the book, which I look at. It's a memory in itself, but weaving is really important. Weaving is a healing for me. And I just enjoy teaching it. And that was my main aim in life when Aunty Dory taught me how to weave. So I just said I'll keep it going, because I left my grandmother and therefore it wasn't around me. Now I'm going to go a little bit further. I enjoy what I'm doing, and I love sharing what I'm doing. Even if I have to undo your stitch, I'll help you with that. I'll get you back to where you were. And I'm so thankful. And I'm so thankful with the JamFactory making this all happen, because it all started before COVID hit, and it happened with us. Jelina's been around me. I went to open a real women's group over in Bulwer. Jelina was there, and I was doing a workshop after. And Jelina thoroughly enjoyed it, and she come our way. to Meningie, along with Malcolm and Marlon. But she's been there ever since with us, always working towards where we're going to go with exhibitions. But we've done all that together, importantly, but it's really hard for me because she lives at Gawler.
And she doesn't drive.
And Jelina doesn't drive. And so I either meet her halfway, thanks to Malcolm, I meet her halfway, or I go to Gawler to pick her up, or a drop off. And we live out of the phone quite a bit, and pictures on our phone. So this new invention of technologies, which one thing I said I'd never have, but yeah. But we made it all happen to where we are today. I just want to share a little bit about, with Jelina and I, always worked with our young ones down in Meningie, because I had two nieces that were youth workers, so importantly we put the weaving into them and everything else that went with it, and the Our Mob exhibition. But our biggest issue that came is when we had that drought and we didn't have the rushes. And so it went further into planning what else we're going to do, and then it came to clothing. But you know, it costed us money. We had to go to Spotlight, whereas the rushes weren't growing. It's all those sort of things that made it difficult. We kept the rushes for our teaching and moved to other materials. But we've weaved through time, and it's happened. It's happened. I was still sooky on the opening night. It happened. We're still making it happen, and we're making sure that our young ones keep this going. Importantly, to keep it going. And weaving is a healing for me. Like I was saying, my legs are tired, but my hands are perfect. So we just finished 7 lampshades of weaving, and the thing is, just give me the rushes and I'll keep weaving. I'm quite happy at home. I'm healing, and I like getting out with the girls, and I had the little bubs around me, so I get out and weave, and I still want to continue with the weaving. And Jelina and I put a lot together with what we've done, but we've got the young ones now we've got the Marawi group that we encourage to keep going, because they've been around us as children and they're adults now. I would say they're still babies to me, but they're adults now, and we encourage them to keep going. And Jelina's been a really good friend and company in our designs on everything. I'm gonna hand this over to Jelina if she wants to give something, but we did a lot through our time together, and like I was saying with the weaving, it's over 40 years. And having Camp Koorong, what a better place to work from. So we've got to get it back open and keep things going, especially for our children. It's very important. But once you're taught how to weave, you can weave with anything. Okay? It's just an ongoing, very important. And I look back at our old people, what they made. Everything they made, they used. It was a really important part of their life, and look where we've gone to clothing now. All those hats. So it's really important. The old people made the fish nets, fish traps, the fish scoops, the baskets to gather food, the big mats to sit on, the back warmers. So everything they made, they used. It was all based on survival. And blokes, it's men's work too. It was a shared responsibility, yeah. I've got 7 boys and 1 girl, and they were all weavers. They're all weavers, and the grannies, the rushes are put in their lap. So it's really important to keep it going. Nieces and nephews, if I'm sitting back weaving, I had the grandson there sitting with me weaving yesterday. We've gone to work today. But it's all those sort of things that are important in life. So, yeah, I've got too many boys in my family. So I enjoy having the girls around me too, but the boys are all good weavers, and it's really important to keep it going and don't shy away from it. And one thing is, it's a beautiful gift. Beautiful gift. I'm going to give this to you to have a go. No, any questions? No? I'd just thank the JamFactory and the staff and everyone that was a part of helping and making this all happen. Yeah, it's really good. Thank you. And there's too many of you for me to... Yeah, but I'm so thankful for this all happening.
Maybe, Aunty Ellen, we can do questions after.
Okay, Jelina?
Spoken, and I'll help facilitate a whole lot of
Yeah, Dr. Jelina now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Aunty Ellen already acknowledged, so I'll just follow that side. But just a little bit about me. I'm combining academic, working with Aunty Ellen for decades. But I'm an artist myself. I'm a textile and fiber visual art designer. So I joined in Aunty Ellen already established as an artist. So I kind of contributed my design skills to the weaving, which is quite different, considering you have to really change your movement around it. But I have exhibited all over the world, 13 solo exhibitions and 37 selected exhibitions. So just to get that section that I kind of join in, bringing my knowledge and share that with Aunty Ellen and also the kids. As we had, because Camp Kaurna, when it started, we have regular art programs. My school holidays is spent with Aunty Ellen. We have, for 1 year, I spent there for 1 year, just training and mentoring the school kids. And we have about 15 of them during school holidays. Yeah. And just supporting them during their school homeworks as well. Yeah. At the same time, introducing them to contemporary weavings. That's why they come out to this one. Yeah. But during the time, how many exhibitions we have? 52.
We've done a lot in our time. Jelina and I, wherever we went, we shared the same room because we don't stop from working. And I think we were in Adelaide here, the exhibition, The Whale at the South Australian Museum. I said to Jelina, she's still working there and we're still adding to what we have to do. I said, do you realise how many weeks in a year there is? And do you realise how many projects we've done for the year? 58. 58 for the year. Yeah. So we managed that. We don't know how we done it, but we done it. And it's ongoing.
So that's 58 on top of my PhD study. So I have managed 5 major projects on top of it, and then 3 international research initiatives that we work together. Yeah. So I don't know how we work with it, really. So we don't sleep. She starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. I'll sleep. Then I'll be awake around 2 o'clock in the afternoon to 2 o'clock in the morning as well. Yeah. So, during the weaving through time, that happened the same way. Brian would receive an email or a text message when the updates of the progress of the work around 3 o'clock. And the same with Carly. So everybody knows that I work at night owl. Aunty Ellen will be ringing me, Auntie, ring me later, because I'm still asleep. So that's how this weaving through time, it went through around the clock until it was all finished at the last minute.
Yeah, we always get it done. We always get it done.
But we're lucky to have our models. So we have Harmony in the left, Kara in the middle, and Mia in the other side. So we're lucky to have them because it really gave that perspective of the design. Because we were unsure of how it's going to work, because these are new designs that we created. For us, the challenge for us, the two of us, is that we're working through the telephone text and drawings.
Yeah.
So Aunty Ellen will do according to instructions of the drawings that I have. Sometimes it doesn't work as it's used to, it should, but we're kind of planning all the, right, the spot, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're just kind of changing all the time, and Brian will say, Jelina didn't work in your drawings, so yeah, just accept as it is.
Yeah.
But we're working through as it works.
Yeah.
Because Aunty Ellen would bring in pieces
Yes.
according to the drawings I have, and then I have to join them together and changing along the way that it suits and it's going to fit in, because it was changed for us, especially for me as a designer, because I work with a Victorian mannequin. You know what old Victorian mannequin is? They're quite stubby.
What size, Jelina?
And what size? Trying to tell Aunty Ellen, we need size 12. We have to really tell. So what do you mean size 12?
Right.
It's like size 12, it's small.
Tiny.
Tiny, tiny one. And then so what's the other one? Size 8. Even more tinier. So we could not work out of how it's going to fit into Harmony and Kara and Mia. So I have to extend. We're extending on the spot, trying to fit in them during the photo shoots and making sure that it fit into the models that we have. So we're forever changing along the way until to the last minute that it's going to be installed. So that's all the challenges that we have to work around, but it did work.
It did, yeah, it did. It all worked out. Yeah, we've got Harmony is my sister's daughter. You remember Edie? That's Edie's daughter. Kira, the granddaughter, who goes to school here in Adelaide, and Mia. And so they were quite happy to be able to do this for us. And they all were there at the opening. Yeah. And so it was really good for us. And can I just mention, Kira wants, for a formal, she wants to dress like that, so. Kira wants to dress like that, so we've got a job to do. And that's only next year, so, yeah. Oh.
To do what the morning is, just a little bit. You want to do the design? Until giving me the phone.
Yeah.
So the morning, the yam daisy, it's a wild. That grows, the yam daisy grows around Kaurna.
Yeah.
So most of the design that we have is based on the Kaurna plants. So if you notice that from the beginning to the end, it's based on the Kaurna plants.
Yeah.
But its significance because it grows around. But I haven't seen since I've been in Kaurna, isn't it?
No.
But I only seen them flowers and the stories around it. So I said, Auntie, it'd be nice to have the yam daisy. You know, at the same time, it honors Auntie Ellen's mom, which is Daisy. So that's what the connection to it. And then the flowers, it was the last minute that we decided that way, because we always say, Auntie, something missing on this dress. We needed something to uplift it. So I said, I went through all the books, the Kaurna plants written by Nebel Bonnie. So I said, we needed daisy flowers in it. But the initial idea is to have it printed. But I said, no, and we needed something that would kind of really just grab you. And we decided just half petals and just kind of silhouette to put in it aside. I said, we need a full one. So we said, okay, we need to add more petals and double it to have that really grab you.
Can you imagine what I'm going through? I'm going through pictures. but you did pretty good with them. Yeah, so we actually put it together and made it all happen. So we're happy with. You've got to see the exhibition. We're happy with it, with what has come out of it. And then you've got the natural dye. Yeah, the natural dyeing that that took longer than expected. So we were pushing for time for that with the natural dyeing on the dress, and then and it happened. We were pleased with that, and the sister baskets. So what was this dye with Harmony's dress now? That's the...
So Aunty Ellen was talking about eco dyeing. So the eco dyeing, this is one of the work.
Yeah.
Which
Harmony.
is one worn by one of the model, Harmony. So this one, it was dyed in eucalyptus leaves.
Yeah.
We have different. Malcolm and my husband, he has to take me to Lobathal to hunt for different type of eucalyptus that will take that brown, warm color brown. And then I brought some eucalyptus leaves from Kamkorong.
Yeah.
It was joined, mixed with the other one that I already have. And then I picked up some metal objects from the dump site. So I wanted the originality, the everything coming out from Kamkorong, so that can connect the continuity of the knowledge that come out from Aunty Ellen as well.
Can I just mention, this is what we did with the children too, in dyeing of material and making of scarves and things like that. So importantly, we're doing it now, but we did all of this with our children, which was really important, of them being a part of us.
So the challenge with the eco dyeing, it takes a long time. Each costumes, the textile costumes that we have, it takes 3.5 months to dye it, to get that color. So if you see this one day in the exhibition, if you lift that skirt, you would see the silhouette of the eucalyptus leaves and the flowers. So it was dyed 3.5 months. So when Brian sent me the deadlines, Jelina deadlines, because I left the textiles at the end of it because it was taking so long, because the studio I have is quite cold as well, so you needed the sun to reactivate all the oxides from the metal objects to get that warm color brown of it. So each costume that you would see in the exhibition, it talks about 3.5 months to dye it.
And it's we've gone into doing the belts and all that to make it look extra good. And then with the young ones with their earrings, we went to making earrings, all that for them. And the sister baskets, the two sides joined together to make it one. See? And on there, you've got little fish traps, the miniature fish traps that are placed on those baskets too. Yeah, yeah. So you can make nice earrings with those little fish traps too. So it's a bit of all sorts that we mix together to make this all happen. Yeah.
I'll go back to the dyeing.
You want to go?
So as you can see the picture, we dyed all our stuff. I think I have this one, the ochre, red ochre
Yeah.
powder that we dye. To get that color, warm color that way, as I said, it takes time for us. Because we're trying to use, especially with this exhibition, we're trying to use everything natural and coming out all the materials that we use for the eco dyeing coming out from Kamkorong, to have that continuity of the knowledge, and at the same time, significance for Aunty Ellen as well. So all the knowledge that coming out from there. It's only a few stuff from my side that I use it, but everything coming out from Kamkorong.
And now can I go down to the 8th generation?
Yeah.
Yep. Like with Kira and Mia, I'm at kindy teaching them to weave. So, like we said, we keep it with the family. But my great-great-grandmother, I got a nice photo of her with her baskets on her shoulder. I'm so thankful because it's in every family. And I've got my great-grandmother, my grandmother, who it was around me up until the age of 11, my mum, and well, now myself, the daughter, the grannies, and now we've got the great-grannies. So it's got to keep going, importantly. But importantly, we make sure that they're around us while we're weaving. Never mind if they're in walkers around us, they come and touch and feel. So importantly, you've got to make sure it's with them. And they're seeing you do it. And we now, because we've got, you can take a photo on your phone, it's important that you have that memory for them too. Very special. So I'm so thankful that I've got a family line of weavers, and I just want it to keep going. And I always say that friends become family because they keep coming back. I've already mentioned that. It just keeps going on and on. Now I'm down here and I'm going to have a yarn about the furniture, the models of the exhibition. Gee, they did a good job. I liked the way the clothing is displayed. It's really good. I know they must have got frustrated with us, but they did a beautiful job of mounting those garments, the hats, the baskets. And a lot of work goes in, just like we're weaving, a lot of work goes into displaying our work. And, you know, they deserve a good pat on the back for what they have done for us. I'm so thankful that they were able to put that together because it looks really good instead of the model. You know, we're able to have that all displayed like that. I don't know, we haven't got anything there about our shoes. Is there any shoes there?
Right in the corner.
Right in the corner, we've come down to making little shoes. And they managed to put them there, that they're sitting there on the display, which is really good. I'm happy with that. And the
particular pair of shoes, Aunty Ellen, is going to go to the Art Gallery of South Australia.
Is it? Wow. You know, I was saying the grandson that was weaving with me yesterday, he's 19 now, but he slipped on a pair of those shoes, and I heard him say, "Hey, they fit me." Yeah, so it's special to them too. Yeah, because they're always around me weaving. But I'm really pleased with the display, how it's got put together, because a lot of work goes into that. And, you know, we've got to thank the staff of the JamFactory because it's just as hard as what we've done. They're displaying our work. It's
very kind of you, Aunty Ellen. I wonder, would you be happy if we made time for questions?
Yep.
Yeah.
And we'd just like to thank Carly for the book. What's his name up the back?
Easy.
No?
Easy.
No. The bloke takes photos.
Kaurna.
I'm not good on names, Connor. Thank you. Thank you. You were pretty patient recording me. Yeah. Big thank you to Connor and Carly when they come out to Murray Bridge, Meningie, Goolwa. It was a really good time, and your patience of recording and taking photos. So it all came together, and Dominic with the book. But most importantly, we've got to we got to thank the big bosses because they allowed that all to go through. They checked us out, didn't they? Yes. So I'm so thankful with that all, because a lot of work went into everything around us to make this all happen.
Behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, you know. Pretty patient.
Thank you, Aunty Ellen, and you are a community builder in every sense.
No.
I do want to make note that if people have got any questions, it's a great opportunity.
I thought Connor was putting his hand up. Yeah.
Ellen, how long did it take? Long did it take you both to do Kira's dress?
That taken me more than a month. Isn't it?
Yeah. And I reckon me with the petals,
Yeah.
that wasn't easy. Trying to work out how I was going to put the petals together, but Jelina does all the connection, all the designing, Di. She put it all together. I'm a delivery of pieces, and she puts it together. Yeah. So
how long did it take?
full year. The full year we worked on. Yeah.
Because the way this exhibition, the icon, it happened before the COVID, back in 2019, 2018.
First conversations, 19.
19. See how long it is, and then COVID comes in, and then the following year we didn't have the funds, so have to be postponed. Then the third year I finished my PhD, and I said to Aunty Ellen, let's go ahead with it. So it took a lot of planning, a lot of drawings, and then the drawings changes along the way. And then we have, initially it was the mannequins, so we said that we're going to use, but we didn't use it and changes our mind. So, and then this one come in, the new design, the armatures.
Yeah.
So I said, Jelina, how are you going to work with it? Because there's no body, you have to create a body on it. So I come in every meetings we have in JamFactory, and then I come into the metal people. You have to change that way, we have to change that way. And I think every time the same media said, oh dear, Jelina here again with her changes. So it's a lot of changes along the way, but we manage.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that work around with it. The staff at JamFactory, we're grateful. Aunty Ellen and I is grateful for their support and assistance with everything, with all our inquiries.
I think there's
So-
another question.
Yeah, this is great. It was great. The fishnets and the really fine bits. Are you using the same reeds for all of that, or are
Yes.
they different?
The garment, like we said, spotlight, is jute. String,
But the weaving with the fishnets and
the rushes.
It's rough.
It's
all
rushes.
The same rushes.
That loose stitch is the rushes. It's just that that stitch is what they made the nets with, was that. And doing the loose stitch isn't easy. Yeah, so you're sort of trying to keep it at that same tension. Yeah.
The challenge we have is that we don't have the long rushes anymore. Aunty Ellen talking about the drought, and that's the impact of the drought, is that we have a shorter rushes now. Normally, if they're taller than I am, then we'll be so happy and jumping around because we won't be able, we just continuous weaving. But with the rushes that we have that's shorter, we have to forever extending it all the time. So that takes time as well, and I get breaks. So yeah.
But you're being patient with the rushes. It's it all falls into place, but it's the joins, Di.
So one of your dresses, you use jute string,
Yeah,
and that's much softer, isn't it?
yeah,
Was that harder to work with, or
yes, yeah,
harder to work with?
yes.
Yeah.
I think every artist would say, yeah, it's hard. It's always something that gets in your way, but you keep going with it. Yeah, it works out.
Only last question from me is, all the kind of contemporary innovation, it seems that you get most excited by being able to use traditional techniques, processes and forms in new and contemporary ways. Is that something that you feel strongly about?
Well, you know, my main aim was only to teach, and look what happened, you know. And that was just what I fixed myself with, and we've gone to where we are today, yeah. And like we're saying, the drought made changes to everything we did, and we're where we are today, yeah.
We influence each other.
Yeah.
I'm coming in as a visual art designer, matching it with the traditional way. So we influence each other, sharing knowledge.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what it's all about. It's bringing people together, bringing families together, friends. And you, like I said, you just keep coming back. Yeah. It's so valuable. And in my time, I got to thank my elders, family, friends, Camp Kurong, and all that we worked for. But can I just give you one little story? Jelina took me to Vancouver with her. No, there was a headache before we started. We got here to Adelaide Airport, so we did a lot together.
That's in the book.
It's in the book. Okay. We got to Adelaide Airport, no ticket to get to Melbourne. No ticket. She's lucky she had her laptop charged up, technology. Anyway, she's lucky she left her luggage with me. I'd have been gone out that door. My vehicle's at Gawler. She's lucky, but they arranged it, got it sorted out. We got to Melbourne. We're sitting there a while. She had to go up, Jelina had to go up for something. Anyway, I must be all good. We were heading off down to board on the plane. She's going in ahead of me, and I'm behind her. Jelina, see ya. My visa numbers were wrong. Yeah. And
Extra number.
extra number was on it. So always make sure you've got things right before you go on. Because I was saying farewell to her in Melbourne, but she come back, we sorted that out. Yeah, we got on the plane together. They waited patiently for us. We got on there, but I'm so thankful for that trip. We got 2 awards while we were over there for the Ngarrindjeri, and the acknowledgement of what we've been doing over our time. And it all happens.
I'm conscious of time and people need to, I know that the two of you could stay up until after midnight in the hotel room weaving and talking. I think to be a fly on the wall for that would be a great privilege. And what a great celebration of Ngarrindjeri culture you've given us, Aunty Ellen. So can you all join me?
One more?
Yeah.
Could we just go back to them young fellas that
The models.
yes, the models. That one, please. That one. Just go. Yeah, I've known Aunty for many years. And that's the biggest asset we've got there, those 3 ladies. And I applaud you for continuing that. And that's the future of where these young girls are going. So congratulations on that, Aunty. I've known you for many, many years, and we've worked together. And so the next thing is the funding agency should be putting, this is spectacular, it's groundbreaking, and it's helping also maintain the culture. And that's what's missing in a lot of communities at the present time. is maintain our young fellas' culture. So that's all I've got to say, but well done, Hunt.